Alrighty, guys. It is 3:30 this Monday, July 6th, and to wrap it up, and okay, finally get some weakness on that Nasdaq. That was like a squeeze to the upside. The E has not come quite following suit just yet. I tried that short trade up here against the LM failure at the 75.95 to 7600 level, but I got out of that thing, and it wasn't developing fast enough. I got out of it. And you can see they ran it all the way up here. They would have high ticked me almost on that one. I had my stop pretty like five ticks above it. So what I've been at 76, something like that, a bit above here. But man, uh, that's a decent setup. So it just didn't work. Let's see, Nasdaq had a bit of hard run here right now to the downside. ES not quite following suit, so a lot slower to move. And I'm thinking that they're going to take it right back up again. So far today has been just an exercise in futility of being shaken out of the trades. This is the last one I scratched. I have two trades on the ES, two trades on the Nasdaq. Three of them was just flat out shakeout, break even, and shakeout trades. The last one I just scratched myself because it wasn't developing fast enough and saved myself a stop out. So there you go. There you have it. So I would just say we are still range bound, very much range bound, and we are still trading in a range. However, we are a little bit to the upside. So we're up here against this upper area, all right, on the ES. And if this can start taking that out, I mean, getting on the long side may be the ticket. So we'll see if they this little momentum here kind of keeps stays with it. Summer type trading, guys. So, but it's have been slowly grinding to the upside. But we'll see. Earnings season kicks off next week. That's going to be interesting to see. Looking at the Nasdaq, same story there, been grinding higher, but not by any means as violently as the ES has. The ES has been pretty good, pretty darn good. The Nasdaq has a lot more room to make up before you got started getting excited about the long side on that guy. But they're trying. They're trying. There's a lot, a lot of big techs on the Nasdaq. That's why it's so volatile and so crazy. I think the ES can give us a good sense that the market is trying to take it as higher. So going into the overnight, I would start off range bound. I would just favor the long side to get started, and let's see where they're going to go from here. If they start backing off too far below that 7600, I would give it one level down here to that EJ failure at 75.75. If that comes out, I would be back on the range bound. So I'm going to buy against the support area at here 75.95 and the 75.75s. Probably put the level in here right at that mode at 75.85s as well. And on the way down on the Nasdaq, same story there. Buying all the way down here to that 880, 890 support area. So they're going to buy against the trading right at 30,000 now. So I would look at the 950s and that 980s for rotations back up. Bond market hasn't done much. It's actually slowly drifting back up again. So I haven't tried to trade that today. Days like this is just difficult because it's not enough movement. You get these big setups all the time, but they don't mean anything because the market is barely moving. Yeah, to be mindful of that. If the market is moving a little bit, then the setup like that 3-4 bar stalling have some meaning. Otherwise, I wouldn't deal with it. On the on the crypto, I got my ass handed to me a little bit there, but it seems like I was back and forth on this one quite a bit, and they managed to get me as well. That last trade I took here, I was short on the way up here, and then they had this last little run up here, and I got me caught there again. So I'm down $25 on that, on 12 round turns on the Bitcoin futures. But these guys moves kind of crazy. They're like 460,000 traded so far. It moves. It just haven't really found the ticket for it just yet. Kind of trying to see how that works. Maybe try an F4 chart on this guy. A little bit more volume on these two. Maybe that makes it a bit more sense. See how that looks. Anyway, right now that's kind of what it looks. That's what we're working with. Back to the ES and the Nasdaq, and right now looking at the ES, looking at the news for tomorrow. We got a little bit going on. We have the national trade at 8:30 and 3-year auction at 1. So that's it for tomorrow. The whole week's going to be kind of light in terms of news. Fed minutes coming out on Wednesday. So it's going to be the first minutes on the with the new Fed chair. So that's probably going to get some attention, but that's on Wednesday. All right, guys, we'll wrap it there. I'll see you back at 8 in the morning, bright and early, and we go at this again. All right, guys, later.